Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And also peace and safety to the Akim that spread across the four corners of the world. That's pushing out this truth with all diligence and also putting their lives on the line to do so. I'm the brother Karatazar out here out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. Here with you, another lesson. Just going into the topic of, I'm basically entitled it, The World, to Come for a Few. Which, as you can see, I have the scripture pulled up here in 2nd Esdras, the 8th chapter, and I'm going to jump right into it. This 2nd Esdras 8:1, it says, "And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for a few." You see, and this is, really, a future prophecy, that the angel Uriel was telling Esdras here. These people can, basically have this world, this world being Esau's rulership. It says, because he made this world for many. It says, but the world to come for a few. And the world to come for a few is the world of Israel. Because we all know this world here is speaking of, the Greek term cosmos, which means an harmonious arrangement or a particular world. And the world to come is for the nation of Israel, which consists of all you so-called blacks, all you so-called Latinos, and all you so-called Native Americans, and within that, is the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000, 12,000 from each tribe, okay? So that's why, we go, we tell, we see these people that's of this world, that's of Esau's world, they basically, like the scripture said, they've gained their consolation, or their reward, in which, the elect, the reward is yet to come, but it's soon. We see all these major prophecies, taking place. We see the tension within NATO. We see Russia and China, the war, still brewing against America. So we see these things. We see the chip. We see, Elon, pushing this, modern day technology. We see the 6G and, the information age. We see these things taking place. So we're at the end, of these major prophecies, coming to pass, and matter of fact, let me go here real quick. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." You see? So Esau's rulership is almost at the end, man. And Jacob, who are the Israelites, is the ones that's gonna rule next, man. All right? That's the world to come that's mentioned of in 2nd Esdras, the 8th chapter. Starting with Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and on down. And that's what we try to tell these people here. That, hey, man, don't, things aren't what it may seem. These people don't pay attention to major news events. It's probably some people that don't even know that Venezuela was, basically taken over by American territory, by America. So These people are blind, you know. So they don't know that Esau's rulership is about to end, you know. But we do, and that's why we continue to not be of this world, you know, because it's going to be destroyed. All right. So from there, I'm going to go to Matthew chapter 20 and verse 16. It says, so the last shall be first, and the first last. Many be called, but few chosen. You see? So it says the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. Why? Because like I said, like the scriptures say, you've gained your consolation here already. You know, you've got your fame, you know, the money, the notoriety, or whatever it may be of the world, you know, so you're going to be last. But those of them who lost their life for the truth's sake, you know, it's going to be first. First in what? The kingdom of heaven. You know, it says many be called, but only a few chosen. You see, that's why it said in 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, the world to come for a few. You know, matter of fact, let's see if it got any meat on this word few here. It's G 3641.
Strong's G 3641. Oligos.
And it says little, small, few of number, multitude, quantity, or size. Yeah, that's when you read, what's that, Revelation 7 chapter, when it goes into the 12,000 from each tribe. That's a few number compared to the, you know, the billions of people, you know, that's on earth. You know, it says of time, short, the degree or intensity, light or slight. You see, so it's a small number, man. You know, the Lord not dealing with everybody, man. Matter of fact, let me get this one. Like it. Yeah, this is Matthew chapter 16 and verse 25. It says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. You see? So you know, this can be, you know, this can go over, you know, a lot of people's heads, man. You know? So basically, it says, whosoever will save his life shall lose it. So, like the scriptures say, we counted the cost, you know, when we came into the truth, man, you know, to gain Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So we understood that, hey, man, we gonna lose, you know, career opportunities. You know, we're gonna lose family members. You know, we're gonna lose friends. You know, but it's all to save, you know, our lives, man. You know, save our lives from what? The coming sad troubles. You know, the pestilence, the famine, you know, the missiles, the martial law, you know. That's what, you know, we lost our life for, man, is to save it. And it says, and whosoever will lose his life for my name's sake shall find it. You see? So whosoever will lose his life for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai will basically gain life on you know, the back end, man. You know? And that's what, you know, people can't wrap their head around, because they're not able, you know, like how the saying goes, stay down till you come up. People not willing to stay down. You know, they just want to continue, you know, to chase bags, chase women, chase fame, greed, you know, all for it to all be destroyed, man. Verse 26, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world? You see? So what should a man profit if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? You see? It's not because at the end of the day, what the scriptures say, a gift destroyeth the heart. It destroys the mind. You don't have no thought or reverence to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. If you've gained the whole world, man. That's why these celebrities, these entertainers, these streamers, they don't give, reverence to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You know why? Because they gained the world. But really, on the back end, they're going to lose their life, man. But if you make yourself, your body, a living sacrifice for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and then you will gain your life, man. It says, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his ways. You see? So the Lord is going to reward you according to your ways, man. And the reward, matter of fact, let's see what that word reward says.
Strong's G 591. Apodidomi.
It says to deliver, to give away for one's own profit what is one's own, to sell, to pay off, discharge what is due. You see? So the reward is really, the reward that you receive is really up to you, whether it be a good reward or a bad reward, man. It said debt, wages, tribute, taxes are produced due. Things promised under oath. So, here, that's the point I wanted to look for. It says recompense in a good or a bad sense. You see? So going back to what it said here in verse 27, it says every man, then he shall reward every man according to his works. You see? So it's all about your works at the end of the day, man. What are you doing? Are you doing the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man? And with that comes, a reward. All right? I'm going to finish it off here, for the last verse. It says, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. You see? So, the reward for those, who lost their life for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is the victory over death, man. Being immortal. Being joint heirs with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? So the reward that you're receiving to say fuck everything in this world is way much bigger than gaining, fame, or than gaining the world here, Esau's world. Okay? So I just wanted to briefly touch on that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close up by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And until the next time, shalom.